Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. First off, many apologies for lack of content last month. I've just got over a back injury and a bit of a stomach virus, so it was a bit of an unproductive month in September, so I do apologise for that. But we're back on up and running and with another brand new product from Svbony. And what we've got here is something a little bit special. And as you can see, this thing is actually an eyepiece. For a start, you'd think it was some kind of monocular with the size of it. I simply couldn't believe the size of this when it arrived, to be honest. But this, in actual fact, is the SV245 Zoom eyepiece. Now, I've reviewed a few eyepieces and Zoom eyepieces on this channel, but nothing as special as this, folks. So let's just have a look. Now, first off, as you can see, it comes in a very handy little carrying case, a padded little case. So you can tell there's something special in here straight away. I don't think I've ever had an eyepiece that's had its own little case provided with it. But in here you can see we've got an absolute monster of an eyepiece. I mean, look at this thing, guys. This thing's huge. It's probably the biggest eyepiece I've ever, or certainly ever owned, or even seen, I think. It's almost like as big as a can of Coke. Now, where do I start with this beast? I mean, there's so much to say about this. It is truly amazing. Now, this is a Zoom eyepiece, like I say. So virtually, well, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has got 9 different magnifications on it. So really, a Zoom eyepiece, I've always said it, is like having 9 eyepieces. Now, a Zoom eyepiece is pretty much what it says on the tin. This is going to zoom in from put my glasses on. This is from 16mm right down to 8mm. So this is like having a full range of eyepieces. Now, just like old Zoom eyepieces, this one just simply fits into your focuser as normal. Once the focuser is gripping the eyepiece, you would just simply turn it to get your different magnifications. You can see there's a really easy to read dial on here. But what separates this Zoom from all the rest that you, or any other Zoom that you may have used, is if you listen very closely, if I put it up to my microphone, can you hear how that clicks into place? And that is such a nice feature because normally on Zoom eyepieces, you're in the dark, remember, and it's not always easy to know what magnification you're on. Well, with this one, you can actually count the clicks. You kind of know where you are with it. It's just, and like I say, you only usually get this in very, very expensive eyepieces of this caliber, or Zoom eyepieces, so to say, this click sort of mechanism. Now, as soon as you get this thing out of the box, you just know you're holding something of superior quality, and I really do mean that. It's just so well built. Now, you may have noticed here that it looks a little bit large, that this may be for 2-inch, and you'd be right, but this has got a little extra feature as well, something I've never seen on any eyepiece before. This is actually an adapter. So if we unscrew this, you can see that now we've just got this standard 1.25 inch. I just love that feature, and as you can see, I mean, look at that, guys. I mean, it's all, I don't know if it's brushed aluminium or something like that, but it does look really special. There's a separate lens cover for that. Like I say, so if you have got a 2-inch focuser, not a problem. Or 1.25 inch, like I say, it suits you. And I've never seen that on an eyepiece, an adapter. Usually you get them in focusers, but not on eyepieces. So a really nice touch there. Now, of course, as to be expected these days, the optics in this are fully multi-coated. And I believe there is 8 elements in this. And it is a pretty weighty thing. I mean, when you get it, it is quite a weighty thing. I think it's actually about 486 grams. That is something to be aware of when you do actually insert it into your telescope, especially if you've got something like a reflecting type telescope, or well, any type of telescope really, because it's going to affect the balance, the overall balance of the telescope. So do be aware of that. Don't just pop this straight into your telescope and then walk away, because it's tight. It's liable to get a little bit bottom heavy. So So yeah, just remember that there is a bit of weight to this. So I'd say that this, you know, not really suited for really small tabletop telescopes. I think everything, you know, above anything above 60mm in aperture, and you'll be fine with this. I mean, I've used this eyepiece actually on all my telescopes. I think I've got about 5 kicking around here, reflectors and refractors, all different focal lengths, and it works beautifully with every telescope I own. Oh, what's great, another great feature about this is it's what's called parfocal. Now, parfocal just simply means that once you've got your initial main focus or your prime focus on your telescope, when you start altering the focal length or the zoom of this eyepiece, you don't have to refocus. It will just it'll maintain the sharp focus that you've got in your telescope. Again, only in top quality eyepieces is that available. So parfocal, click zoom. I mean, this is the full package here, guys. Now, this also has a 63 degree field of view. Now, that's huge, guys, especially for a zoom eye. Well, for any eyepiece, but especially for a zoom eyepiece. That means you're getting a 63 degree field of view right through the range of all the focal lengths. Now, the field of view is just simply the area of sky that you can see around the object. Bigger that field of view, obviously, the easier it is to find targets and keep them in the field of view, especially if you haven't got something like a motor-driven telescope. It's also got quite a nice eye relief, a 17mm, roughly about a 17mm eye relief. That's the distance you have to have your eye away from the eyepiece to get the full field of view in. So this is going to be also great for people that do have to wear glasses. Now, if you do wear eyeglasses though, what I do recommend you doing is, you'll notice that it has got this soft rubber eye cup on here. If you're wearing eyeglasses, I suggest you just it easily just pulls off like that. Take that off, because you're probably not going to get the full field of view. And I can test that because I do need to wear reading glasses, so I can test that as well at the eyepiece. And I couldn't quite get the full field of view in with this eye cup on, but like I say, it's not a problem. It just easily just snaps on and off like that. It really is nice. And in fact, actually, on the forums, I have done a little bit of research on this, and it's only good things that people are saying about it, but the only bad thing that people have said, or the only negative, is that people are not quite keen on this eye cup. And that really does make me scratch my head, because that was the first thing I noticed when I put my eye to this, just how comfortable this eye cup is. It's an incredibly soft rubber. It almost, you don't even really notice it's on your eye. The other thing is, the distance of this, if you don't wear glasses, is perfect, because once you've got that cupped up to your eye, it's the perfect distance for the full field of view. Not only that, eye cups or these type of things, they also help with localized light pollution. So any stray light coming in from that annoying street light down the road or whatever is going to be blocked by this. I think it's a lovely eye cup, and I really don't see where people are getting negatives out of that. But like I say, if you don't like it, just simply remove it. I have to take my word on this for the views that what this thing produces. The quality is it's just fantastic, folks. It really is. I never thought I'd say this, but this is kind of becoming one of my favorite eyepieces. It's so comfortable to use. You've got your full range. You don't have to go out with a bag full of eyepieces, you know. It's all there. And that's the beauty of Zoom eyepieces. They're so versatile in that way, because they're great for star parties, or if you're going holidays or anything like that. You don't have to take loads of equipment with you. Just one eyepiece, you're all set to go. And what an eyepiece this is. It is. It's like all Svbony products at the minute. They are really running away with the market, in my opinion. I mean, I've been using Svbony products now for years, way before my YouTube channel. And I know I've said this before, but I've never had any problem with even their really, really cheap or budget eyepieces. They're all fantastic. And this is, you just know, like I say, when you get this out of the box, it just it feels a lot more. It feels like you almost feel guilty that you've only paid what you've paid for it, because you'd expect that this would be £300–400. Now, like I say, this is going to work with all telescopes, really. I've used it on, like I said, refractors, reflectors, and not had a problem. So if you're just worrying, oh, will it work with my such and such a, yeah, it will. In fact, I've never had an eyepiece. Now, again, that's something else I've said before. I've never had an eyepiece that doesn't work with a telescope. So it's not a problem. The only thing I would say is, if you have got a very, very small tabletop telescope, I think this is going to be a little bit overkill for you. But if you've just got a standard telescope like this, it's an entry-level telescope on a tripod, you're not going to have a problem. And that's purely, like I say, to do with the weight of this thing, because it is it is a bit of a beast. Now, the great thing about this zoom is it's versatile enough, with it having a 63-degree field of view for the full range of visual astronomy. So it's going to be good for your deep skies, for your nebulas, for your double stars, for your galaxies. And also, it's fantastic for the moon and the planets, obviously. The moon looks absolutely spectacular through this. Like I say, I've never ever usually show pictures and from eyepieces or what telescopes produce, because a camera can never reproduce what you actually seeing with your own eyes when you do get it. You just have to take my word for it, guys. This is of quality. I mean, the top quality. You're not going to get something much better for this price range, trust me. Like I say, these type of click eyepieces, I've seen them around £300–400 in the past. I don't know how much they're going for these days. While we're on the subject, how much is this little thing going to cost you? Well, you'll not believe it, folks, but this is round about, I think, at the minute, at the time of recording this, is about £159. Let me just check that. Yeah, sorry, £179. Just shy of 180 quid. So you're going to get change out of £200, which is just mind-blowing. It really is. I couldn't believe the price when Svbony did tell me the price on this. I'm amazed. I really am. I thought this was at least £250, you know, minimum, which works out, what is it, about 150? No, about 160 US. So it is an absolute bargain. Now, at the minute, folks, up until the 31st of October of this year, 2025, there is a 5% discount. So I've got a bit of a code for you here. All you've got to do, if you do, follow the link in the description, and there's a code of, just put Svbony 245, and there's your discount code. You're going to get a 5% discount code. And I mean, it's only costing you 180 quid as it is. So, you know, a 5% discount on that, you get an absolute bargain. And of course, as always, folks, links in the description of where to grab one of these, and grab one while you know, as quick as you can, because I can't see this staying at this price for very long. Maybe it will, I don't know. But it's incredibly cheap for such a quality eyepiece. And with having this added bonus of this bag, I think it's just fantastic. It also got a little belt loop on here as well to keep it. Now, I know this sounds a little bit obvious, but one thing I would say about all Zoom eyepieces, please don't drop them. You must say, well, yeah, obviously, Jay, but no, folks, I really do mean it. You may have accidentally, one of your ordinary eyepieces have rolled off the bench or whatever, and they tend to get away with it. You're not going to get away with dropping Zoom eyepieces. There's a lot going on here, folks. I have dropped one in the past, and that was the end of the Zoom eyepiece. Something got dislodged in there. There you go, folks. The SV245. Now, I hope this didn't sound like a sales pitch in any way, because that's certainly not what I want to do. Whenever I review products, I simply do them. If they're not beneficial to my audience, then forget it. And this really is. It's just for me to make you aware of the product. First off, you probably, because I didn't even know this thing were out, to be honest. And I mean, for £180 for this quality, I mean, you simply can't go wrong. I would say grab one while you can. So there you have it, folks, the SV245. Don't forget, if you do want to grab one of these for yourself, links in the description. And don't forget, up until 31st of this month, Halloween. Is a 5% discount code, Svbony 245. In the meantime, folks, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.